Welcome back to the gun dungeon, guys. We've got a good one for you today. This is the IWI Tavor 7, the OHK slap. All right, so as you know, the Tavor 7, I am a big Bullpup fan. I am a big Tavor fan. I love my X95. I love the upgrades from the SAR Tavor to the Tavor X95. And this has a lot of the upgrades to the X95 and then some. So I'm running a 25 round Magpul windowed mag in it. It does come with a Magpul 20 round mag. I like the 25s. Seem to run well with it. One thing that I did change, I put a linear brake on this, or a linear compensator. Took the factory brake off. Reason for that was 308 muzzle that close to your face, still a 16-inch barrel. That was a little too much for me as far as concussion in my face. I did not enjoy it at all. The brake did work. It kept the muzzle down, but it was a little bit too much for me to enjoy. I like enjoying shooting my guns, so I swapped it out. That is the only thing that I have done to this rifle. No trigger packs, no lightning bows, none of that yet. Got a 1:8, this is the Strike Eagle Vortex on there. Like some Vortex stuff. I got her about half dialed in, just shooting the steel plate, 80 yards here, banging around. It's not dialed in by any means, but I am able to get on the plate. Really enjoy this thing. One of the upgrades that I like over the X95, 45 degree throw lever. Really like that. Wish that feature was on the X95. As I said, this thing is a lot like the X95, as your control or your bolt handle is more towards the rear as opposed to the SAR being way up front. You can take this panel off and you will have Picatinny rail there. You don't have the side rails like you do on the X95, but you do have M-LOK slots here. And that being up this towards the front here, talking about it, is going to lead me to one feature that I really wish the X95 had, and that's this little baby right here. This is an adjustable gas block, adjustable gas tube here, and it has 3 different settings on it: O, S, A, and R. You're limited to those settings, but it's still better than, say, the X95, where you just have what you got and that's it. So this operation seems to be a little bit more thought out, especially for suppressor use. I would recommend a suppressor on this gun, and the Bullpup design itself just lends itself to being suppressed because you don't have all that extra length sticking out. Like if you were to put a suppressor on the end of a 16-inch conventional rifle, your rifle's going to look like it's 42 inches long from your cheek. But the weight on this, that's one thing I really like about the Bullpups, is all the weight is back here. This is a heavy rifle. It is 10 pounds or better, especially with this optic on there. It's not light, but you can see I'm sitting here one arm in it all day long here, and it's no problem because all the weight is towards the rear. So it makes it easy to manipulate, quick with the muzzle. And for a 308 rifle, that's really tough to beat. I really like this gun. It took me a long time to buy one, just because I wanted the X95 first, and these guns aren't cheap either. I think I've got 18, 19, somewhere in there in that vicinity for just the bare rifle. Then of course you gotta have an optic and all that, and the rounds aren't cheap. I've been running this Armscore stuff about as cheap as I could possibly find, other than some of this steel case that I've yet to try, so y'all are gonna try that with me here. Let's just talk about a couple more features here. You got ambidextrous mag release. The mag release is in the same position as, say, an AR-15 or the X95, whereas the SAR was back here on the rear. There's your bolt drop, which it's not. Anyways, your bolt drop is back here, which I like that. Let me stick an empty mag in, makes it easier for me to lock that bolt back. But as you can tell, maybe, All right, let me get spun around here. It's a little easier to see this way, but that is your bolt drop. Just push that in, you're ready to go. I like that feature because when you're making, let me put a empty mag in here, lock her back again, take the mag out. So as you are actually making a mag change, your hand is here, and then while you put your mag in, go ahead and hit that release and you're ready to rock and roll. So that's one thing I like about the X95 and this gun, which are similar, but so you got full steel rail, all the full length of the top here. That is a difference from the X95. A lot of Picatinny rail space. Now, one thing that I don't like that's different from the X95 is they eliminated the fixed sights that were integral to the rail. They aren't great sights on the X95, but they are backup sights. And they lay down into the rail. You can flip them up. You got a little small aperture flips up in the rear. I wish we would have kept that going to the Tavor 7, but they didn't. It's not a deal breaker. You can throw some Magpul flip ups on there if you absolutely have to have backup irons. Would fit right under there nicely. Throw some QD mount on there. You're ready to go. So, I've talked enough about it, I think. It does have like the rear looks more like the SAR Tavor than it does the X95, whereas the X95 is more boat oar shaped, just kind of square. This one has the traditional cuts of the first Tavor. But I'm gonna go ahead, stick some of this steel case stuff in here, let y'all tell me I'm blaspheming in the comments for running steel, but I do that a lot. So, we load up a mag. Hey, this ain't no cheap stuff. Look at there. That is some soft point, high quality hunting ammunition, guys. Even with a lot of states going to constitutional carry these days, there's still a lot of really good reasons to have a concealed carry permit. Me personally, I keep mine updated because I go state to state quite often. Reciprocity is nice. Plus, anytime that I buy a gun, if I don't use my concealed carry permit when I buy it, I always get the 3-day delay. So I keep my concealed carry up to date, and if you don't have one, the training is great to have anyways. Go check out Legal Heat. There is a link below. Also, use the promo code listed below. You get a little discount. You got to check out Legal Heat. All right, I've got our steel case Tula ammo loaded in here. No idea if the point of impact's going to be the same as what I sighted in with. We're getting ready to find out though. We're going long distance. I better crank that up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See what we got. Doesn't look excellent. Doesn't look like a great hit. Well, let's load her and try her again. I'm not gonna be disappointed if it doesn't reliably run steel case 7.62 ammunition. Doesn't like that bullet. I'm gonna give it a second. Let's take a look. I don't know, maybe that's just a hard primer. I'm gonna lay this off to the side. Let's try a different one. Mag seated well. All right. I don't think it likes the Tula, guys. Thought we was gonna get her to go. All right. It don't like steel case. Okay, so what I done is I picked up the ones that weren't firing. And those don't look like good primer hits, really. I mean, maybe, kinda, not really. But I also picked up the ones that did fire from the brass, and those look like excellent primer hits. So, I don't know, maybe those are just really hard primers on this Tula. Don't know. I don't really have anything else to shoot them in, so. Since I didn't get to do much shooting with that, I've loaded up some of these. This is just old, just the standard ball ammunition, 7.62 stuff, military stuff. I've got the first, I don't know, 6 or 7 in the top here loaded with that. Then I've got 5 more of the arms cores in the bottom. And I just want to shoot something. So that's what we're going to do. And we're out. Wearing that steel out up there, 308. Goodness. All right, guys, so I gotta say I'm pretty happy with my purchase here. Really like this little thing. Of course, it don't like steel case ammunition. I like shooting steel case ammunition, but you know, it is what it is. I probably could, well, no. The gas wouldn't have anything to do with that. I'm just trying to think out loud. I think it's the hard primers. I don't like the hard primers. But it ran this stuff just fine. I'm probably gonna load around close to this, hand load that same bullet and try to take a deer with it this fall. I wouldn't recommend taking this on like a hiking hunt or anything like that just because it is so heavy, but if you don't have far to travel and you ain't gonna carry it far, short, handy. Heavy though, definitely heavy. But for a battle rifle, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I like it, guys. It ran this stuff just fine. It ran this cheap stuff just fine. So, is what it is. This one don't like steel case. Maybe yours does. Maybe yours will. I'm not sure. Cold hammer forged chrome lined barrel. That's another plus. This one says 1 in 12 twist. So, and yeah, guys, you can change out your grip modules with X95 stuff. Change those out. A lot of parts compatibility as far as aesthetics go, you can swap out with the X95. I think the safety levers swap out. Not sure about the trigger packs, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know if those are interchangeable or not. I haven't looked into buying one for this yet, but I may. Trigger ain't bad on it though. It's not, for a bullpup especially, it's not bad. Didn't bring my trigger gauge out here with me today, so I can't get you a weight on it, but just know it's like Glockish. That's what these bullpup triggers remind me of, is a good Glock trigger. And if you can shoot that, you can shoot these just fine. So that's what I got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And until next time, stay tuned.